Well, welcome everyone. Is there any public comment on items not on today's agenda? There is one, the rare public staff comment on a non-agenda item. Anna Connolly, Deputy County Attorney.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Very good, thanks.
I'm a little out of breath because I just kind of ran over here, but I would like to introduce our new 4th civil deputy who just started today, and she's actually on Teams. Dylan Jakes is up there, so that's who that is when you hear that word, that name.
Hi, Dylan.
Dylan comes to us after graduating from University of Montana Law and getting her MPA and clerking with Montana Supreme Court. So we're very excited to have her, and you'll be seeing her as she'll start coming into the rotation of representing different departments and being in different public meetings.
Welcome, Dylan. So glad you're here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right. We look forward to meeting in person at some point. Thanks, Anna. Any other comment, staff or public, on non-agenda items?
Under Sheriff Rich Maricelli also just showed up.
Hi, Rich. In the Sophie Moise room. Okay, and Commissioner Slotnick will be unable to join us this morning. So we'll get rolling. We've got multiple pages today of action items that we're going to just get cracking on. The first is brought to us by Jen Kirscher. Jen, would you like to introduce this item?
Hi, good morning. I'm Jen Kirscher, manager of the home visiting services at the health department. I've been having some Teams trouble, so I'm just going to turn off my camera here, if that's okay. I have two items here. The first one is a request for the board to approve and the chair sign the task order between DPHHS and the Missoula City County Health Department for a maternal child health block grant. This is starting for the next federal fiscal year, October 21st, 2021. And this task order enables us to provide our maternal and child health home visiting programs to pregnant women and families with children in our community, as well as to conduct our Fetal Infant Child Mortality Review Committee, also known as our FICMR team. We've been fulfilling this block grant for many years, and this is just for a continuation of our services.
Thanks. Any questions?
Nope. I motion that the board approve, the chair sign the task order for DPHS and Missoula City County Health Department.
I'll second that. Is there any further discussion or public comment on this item? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Jen, next item.
Thank you. Yes, the next item is a request for the board approve and chair sign the task order between DPHHS and the Missoula City County Health Department for the Missoula Foster Child Health Program. This amendment extends the term date out to June 30th, 2026. And through this task order, we are authorized to implement the foster child health program to ensure that children in foster care in Missoula County receive the proper care and that everyone caring for them understands and is able to meet those needs. And again, this is just a continuation of our program as well.
Any questions?
No. Excuse me. Motion that the board approve chair to sign amendment 1 to task order PHHH 20-0291R.
Well said. I'll second that. Any further discussion or public comment on the item? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, Jen.
Allison, are you with us?
Item 3 is actually postponed today.
Oh, okay. Item 3, that was probably what most folks were here to hear, but that's all right. Item 3 is postponed. Moving on to item 4, Cheryl.
Oh, you have to unmute. Sorry about that. Good morning.
Good morning, Cheryl Ziegler.
Hi, so I am here to request the board approve the chair to sign the award notice and special condition pages of the Western Region Juvenile Detention Grant. This grant in Missoula County administers for 5 different agencies within the Western region for juvenile detention services, both secure and non-secure. And this year, Missoula County is expected to receive $57,437.95 based on projected population numbers. And additionally, Missoula County receives an administrative fee of approximately $4,801.92 for administering the grant for the other agencies.
Great. Any questions on this item?
No questions. Thanks, Cheryl. Motion to approve the chair sign the award notice and special condition pages.
I will second that. Any further discussion or public comment on this item or staff comment? Okay, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Great, thanks so much.
Okay, the font is so small. I'm trying to see who's out there. Is Cindy Farr available?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
So what I brought before you is an extension of the CBDG grant, and that is the grant that was helping to support our non-congregate shelter. It's just an additional, I think, around $8,000.
Okay, $8,000 change there, increase. Questions, Juanita?
Nope. Thanks, Cindy. A motion that the chair sign the amendment to the CARES Act CDBG grant.
I will second that. Further discussion or public comment or staff comment on this item? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. What do you think,
Aye.
Juanita?
Sorry.
Okay,
thank you.
sorry.
Moving on to Aaron. Thanks,
Commissioner Vero had moved on. So, thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
We are on a roll. Aaron Couts, we've got a PSA here, PSA amendment. Oh,
Oh, we got
you need the green light there.
All right, so I actually have the next 3 items and they're all related to the same funding source.
Okay.
So the first item is a professional services agreement amendment. And this is for laying groundwork, which is also known as Red Willow. And they have been providing resiliency classes to healthcare providers with funding that we got from SAMHSA. So it's for healthcare providers who have been affected by COVID. And so this is, as you may remember, I came to you with a grant amendment from the state that we got additional funding. And so this is actually providing them with additional funding as well, so that they can provide more classes. And so they have a class scheduled to start at the end of this month, I think actually maybe this week. So this will be providing them with additional funding for $23,460.
You want to just talk about the next 2 items too?
Yes.
Okay.
So then the next one is the same funding source, but this is for All Nations, and they've been providing after school programming for youth using gosh, now I can't think of the
culturally appropriate.
well, yeah, but it's got a name that they're using the program, but I can't think of it. But it's going to increase the amount. They're also looking at like putting smudge bundles together to give out to some of their clients so that they can do their own smudging ceremonies at home. Since everybody's still so isolated, it kind of helps bring them together. They're also doing a book club that so that they can all read that separately, but then talk about it virtually. And then they also have they're paying a stipend for a practicum student to provide some therapeutic services for the after-school youth. So that they also are getting some additional funding, which is $46,919 total. And then lastly, initially the SAMHSA funding was providing the jail therapist and the care coordinator in the jail, which historically has been funded through the county tribal matching grant. This fiscal year, we had already put that into our budget for the county tribal matching grant. So we did some budget switcheroo. That's going to stay in the county tribal matching grant budget. We took it out of this SAMHSA funding and are funding 2 clinicians with the mobile support team. And so that's why this is actually not an amendment. This is an actual professional services agreement for 2 clinicians for the mobile support team. And that's the largest amount of the grant award that we get. So that's why it's a larger amount of funding. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks. Any questions on this, Juanita?
Glad this is able to happen. So I'm motion to approve items 6, 7, and 8.
Great. I'll second that. Any further discussion on items 6, 7, or 8, or public comment or staff comment on this? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Thanks so much, Aaron.
Thank you. It was nice to see you.
Likewise. Okay, next, Unavco. Lighty, are you out there? There you
I
are.
am. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, so this is just a extension request for Unavco. COVID put some constraints on their ability to complete the hires through their Big Sky Economic Development Trust Fund grant. So they would like another year to get that done.
Okay, that makes sense. Juanita, any questions on this?
Nope, makes sense. Unfortunately, COVID's still with us. So motion to approve the letter to Montana Department of Commerce.
I'll second that. Any further discussion or public comment on this item? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Leidy.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item, come on up, Rich. And this is actually a pretty big deal, even though if you're just reading this, a parking lot doesn't sound too sexy. But Rich, fill us in on what we have before us today.
Well, good morning. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us. I have Jason Hauser. He's also online, so in case we have some questions beyond what I'm able to answer. But basically, this is going to be in conjunction with the Trinity project that is currently going on at the detention center. And in the process of that project taking place, they ended up having to take quite a large number of our parking spots for the detention center itself. And so subsequent to that, we've been trying to figure out ways to incorporate a secure parking lot for the detention officer employees. There's approximately 120 some folks that work out there, civilian and detention staff. And so anyway, in conjunction with that, we'd also like to incorporate a secure driveway, which is going to be on the west side of the facility where the Trinity project butting up along the Rinkage property. So anyway, Jason Hauser was kind enough to do the legwork on most of this, and we've come up with a bid from West Group Mart and Mark WGM, and so that amount is going to be, like you said, it's a large number. 460,000 is what the bid is, and it's going to be done in stages incrementally. You know, if approved, we'd start this fall to get temporary parking, and then that would be secured into the spring and into next year as the asphalt becomes available. So anyway, we briefed the commission last week on our monthly update and kind of went through some of the very specifics on it, but we'd like to ask for that, and this would be used out of either cash reserve or the interlock loan. And I believe the Sheriff McDermott is going to be in contact with Andrew Chorney regarding that. So if there's any other questions.
Yeah.
Jason first, and then Andrew. Jason, do you have anything you want to add?
He said it well. Everything's great. I can, if you guys want, I can share my screen and you can see what it looks like. But other than that,
yeah. Why don't you go ahead and share your screen, Jason?
And this 460 is for the entire project.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we can see it. Thank you. Do you want to maybe just move your cursor around there so that folks who are unfamiliar with the project know what we're talking about?
Sure. So this is the parking that Rich is talking about. It doesn't show everything. There's a sidewalk that moves off here and then ties into the front door in front of Juvenile. That'll be their access in and out. The blue here indicates some covered parking. These are part of the phases that Rich is talking about. It's just like lean-to parking for their for their transport vans. They'll be able to plug them in and keep them warm in the winter. This adds roughly 50 or 52 spots. This is the new access road that Rich is talking about that ties into Broadway. There'll be an automatic lift gate that goes here. We're in the process of communicating with DOT about access and getting the permits run through here. That's, I mean, lights, landscaping, sidewalk that runs down, curb and gutter. Yeah, everything that Rich said. It's right there.
Okay, thanks. Andrew, two questions for you. One, at some point, I'm assuming this will require a budget amendment.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And in terms of possible financing options for this, even though the sheriff's office might have cash reserves that could cover this, would this be a good candidate for an intercap loan?
Yeah, I think it's an excellent candidate. Cap loans. It's that's exactly what the program was set up for. These types of situations and a very, very attractive interest rate right now. I think it's 1.5 or something.
That is good. Juanita, do you have any questions?
Nope, I just wanted to hear from Andrew.
Andrew has spoken. Yeah, let's.
Did TJ have, I'm sorry, does TJ?
Yes, is TJ out there? Or does anyone else from Sheriff's Office or Detention have any comment? Okay. I guess we're ready for a motion.
Great, I move that the board approve the detention center secured parking lot and Broadway driveway access.
I will second that. Further discussion or public comment? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, let's do this.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Glad this is happening.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, Amanda, we have a request to approve the remainder of the fiscal year 2021 budget adjustments as detailed in the attachments to this item.
Commissioners, this item is actually also postponed today.
Oh, another juicy one to look forward to. Okay, we will postpone that. But I do think we actually are prepared to take action on this next item. This is a request to either appoint or reappoint members to the Fair Event Committee. Kyla.
Yes. Good morning, Commissioners. We have 2 appointments that expire September 30th, 2021. Current regular member Sarah Noble submitted a letter of interest to serve a partial term and is eligible to serve another term. Current alternate Jane Kelly submitted a letter of interest, has served a partial term and is eligible to serve another term. We did have 1 new applicant, Lindley Nelson. So the motion is to appoint members to new 3-year regular terms to the Fair Event Committee, October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2024.
Okay, so
I think we have Billy on the line too, if she would like to.
Billy, are you out there and would you like to speak to this?
Sure. We're happy to work with the members we've been working with, and we appreciate the interest. And if another seat comes open, we'd sure like to visit with Ms. Lindley again.
All right, thanks. Take a drink of water. Yeah, that makes sense. It's good to know that the 2 folks who are hoping to re-up have been effective members of the committee.
And Lindley had also expressed that she's pretty strapped or spread thin, and I think this is great that Billy, that you'll keep in touch with her, because I think she's interested. Yeah. This makes sense.
Yeah, this way we can be more fluid. So I just thought I'd reach out to her afterwards if I could.
Yeah.
Great.
Totally.
So then I motion to appoint Sarah Noble and Jane Kelly for 3-year terms.
Okay, I will second that. Further discussion on the reappointments or public comment? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks, Kyla.
Thank you.
And is there anyone here to speak to this letter regarding MDT comment regarding Highway 83 North reconstruction? Nobody. Okay. Well, this will be coming around to us for, I guess, just to me, chair signature. So.
We do want
okay.
to be reconstructed.
Okay. That is good. Any other business? Any questions from the media? I think I see an MK out there. Is that Martin Kidston?
Yeah, it's me. I have no questions today. Thank you.
Okay, one announcement I will make that, Martin, you might be interested in, or any of your colleagues in the media industry out there who are not present today, apparently, is that on Thursday, the Mineral County Commissioners will be having an open house/public hearing to consider adopting a resolution to join the Big Sky Passenger Rail Authority. They will be county number 17. So we will have blocked up Western Montana pretty nicely. So
well
stay tuned on that. Anything else? Other than folks, please mask up, get vaccinated, and do all those things to stay safe. All right. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Goodbye.